What's going on, everyone? This is Tyler over at Boardco, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your Centurion Ri series for wake surfing. A lot of people think it's pretty complicated or hard to do. In reality, it's just a couple different buttons, and after that, you can actually set up your profiles, which I'll get into here in just a minute. First off, we are in an Ri230. This doesn't really change too much between the Ri230, Ri245, and the Ri265. Really, the only thing that does change is how we stock our Ri230s is we do bring them in with a bow bag. The bow bag just helps get that nose down. Because the Ri230 is a little bit more of a short boat, it does need that bow bag just a little bit, where in the 245 and the 265, you really won't find yourself using a bow bag at all, which is why we don't option it with it. So again, this boat has a bow bag. If you have a boat without a bow bag, just ignore what I'm talking about with the bow bag. All right, so the first step is going to be filling ballast. I like to fill all my plug and play bags first and then get up to speed to fill our Ramfill. So in order to do that, we will come over to our right-hand screen, select our ballast icon, and just hit fill all. This is going to fill all your plug and play bags. Again, you will get the Ramfill disabled just because we are not up to speed. Again, you can fill your plug and plays and your Ramfill while you're driving. I just personally like to sit while my plug and play bags are filling, and then once those are done, then I will get up to speed and fill Ramfill. On the flip side of that, you can obviously fill your Ramfill up and then fill your plug and play bags. There's a couple different ways to go about it. It doesn't really matter which way you go. I personally just like to fill my plug and play bags and then fill my Ramfill. All right, it's been about 4.5 minutes and all of our plug and play bags are full, as you can see on the screen. So next step is going to be filling your Ramfill. We're gonna go ahead and set our cruise at 13 miles an hour just to force water into our Ramfill valves. Next up, you're gonna hit quick launch. What quick launch does is it drops all 3 of your surf tabs down, pushing the nose down, and gets you on plane a little bit easier. We're not planing out while we fill Ramfill, but it just helps so that we don't have 3,000 pounds of ballast in here riding sky high to get our Ramfill filled. Once our Ramfill's filled, all our nose starts to level out, everything starts to be nice and flat, but until then, it does ride a little bit nose high. All right, so now that our Ramfill is full, again, as you can see on the screen, we are gonna go ahead and drop our cruise down to about 11 or 11.2. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. You can go all the way down to 10.8. You can go all the way up to like 12.2 if you wanted to. We can kind of get into what speed does here in just a minute. We're gonna go ahead and drop our cruise control. You can just use your tab right here, or you can also use a screen. So we'll go ahead and go down, like I said, about 11.2, right there. Next up, we're going to go to our surf wave icon, and that is just going to be, again, what side we surf left or surf right on. Quick launch is still enabled, so we'll go ahead and turn that guy off real quick. You'll see your tab drop. I'm going to set up a regular surf wave, so I'm going to go ahead and hit surf left. And at 80%, this is going to be just kind of your normal out-of-the-box surf wave. It's not going to be super long. It's not going to be super tall. It's going to be good for a lot of people. What the center tab does is actually adjusts how long or how tall your surf wave is. So closer to 0, like it is now, that will make the surf wave a lot taller and a little bit shorter lengthwise. If you put it down closer to 100, such as 40, 50, or 60, that will put the nose down and in turn lengthen the surf wave, make it a little bit shorter height-wise, but a lot longer lengthwise. Obviously, there's going to be a happy medium. We'll kind of get into that here in just a minute. But the wave that I'm going to set up right now is just going to be your standard surf wave. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's still going to have all the push in the world because we do have all the ballast locations filled. So to start off, we have our surf tab at a 80%, and then we have our center tab at a 25%. This is a great happy medium surf wave. It's not going to be super long. It's not going to be super tall. It's still going to have all the push in the world, but it doesn't have a super crazy steep face or just a super crazy mellow face on it. So let's get up to speed and show you what we got out the back. Okay, so that was just our out-of-the-box, just normal surf wave. You can see there's a lot of push to it. There's a little bit of curl. Again, not crazy long, not crazy tall. Next surf wave we're gonna make is our nice and long, mellow surf wave. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna take our side tab. We're actually gonna bump that up to about 90, and we're gonna take our center tab and put that at about 55 to 60. The center tab isn't exact numbers just because it depends on how much weight you have in the boat. If you got 10 people in the boat or 2 people in the boat like we have now. So just know that right at 60, you might not get the exact same surf wave just because it does change just a little bit, but these are great roundabout numbers to start at. We're not going to change anything with our speed. We're not going to change anything with our ballast. We purely just change those 2 tabs. We'll get up to speed and see how long that surf wave is now. You can kind of see there's not going to be a lot of curl out the back. It's going to be a nice, just smooth, smooth surf face. So that was our long surf wave. It's gonna be super mellow on the face, nice and long. Again, you still have all your ballast filled. You're not losing any push in the surf wave because we're not draining any ballast. We don't have any simulation of ballast either. So something pulling you down or something offsetting you. All of your tabs are still in the water and all of your ballast is still full, making sure that you still have all the push in the world, even with a shallower, longer surf wave. Next is gonna be just our biggest, baddest tall surf wave we can make. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna come into our surf screen. We're going to actually take this guy all the way down to about 15 or 10. Now we're gonna take our side tab and put it down to about 60 or 65. Again, roundabout numbers, you might need to clean up just a little bit, just depending where the weight is at in your boat. And then with our cruise control, we're actually gonna slow down to about 11 to even 10.8. And then if you really want to go over crazy, what you can do is actually drain the Ramfill on the side you're not surfing on down to about 80%. What that does is that lifts the boat just a little bit more. It makes the lip a little bit cleaner and also gets you more barrel out the back. So we're gonna go ahead and while our surf wave is being formed, we are going to go like this. We're just gonna hit drain and then we are gonna stop it at 80%. That was our steepest, biggest setting that we could make. It was still nice and long. You weren't running the back of the swim deck. There was a nice big curl, a huge pocket, and all the push in the world. Again, it's honestly that easy. Jumping into rider profiles really quick on all the new Centurions, there's actually the Save As button. So if you hit that and just hit Save As, you'll go ahead and name it. Just name it. Boom. And that just saved every single setting you're seeing. So that saved your tab setting, your ballast setting, along with your cruise control as well. So now when you're ready, you can just come into here and hit activate, and you can see it set everything the exact same way that we were just running it. So that was a quick tutorial on how to set up your Ri series. Again, we're on an Ri230. The only thing that really changes is just that bow bag. So if you don't have a bow bag, ignore it. But every other boat's gonna be the exact same in the Ri series. If you've got any other suggestions on videos that we should make to either help you with your boat or go over a couple different things as far as setup goes, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to make a couple different videos on setups and tutorials. Again, my name's Tyler, and thanks for watching.